sayings and actions attributed to the Prophet Muhammad and his close companions are a vast collection with a complex history. Some hadiths have sparked controversy, and they include a lot of passages that are from a modern or moral perspective. Here are 10 shocking teachings from the hadith. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now hang on, some of these are not for the faint of heart. Here we go. Number 1. Marriage to a young girl. The passage says, the Prophet married me when I was 6 years old and consummated the marriage with me when I was 9 years old. That is, slept with her, Aisha, at 9 years old. Now, what's important here to understand is this is not just merely that the girl was 9 years old and the Prophet was, let's say, 13 or 14 years old. He was a 50-year-old man. So tell me what you think in the comments below. You agree with this? Yes or no? Number 2, of apostates. The passage narrated by Ibn Abbas says, and I'm paraphrasing, whoever changes his religion. You see, this hadith advocates for the death penalty for apostasy, which contradicts the modern understanding of religious freedom. If this belief doesn't undermine individual rights to explore and choose personal beliefs, then I don't know what doesn't. Number 3, the treatment of women as lesser. As narrated by Abu Sayyid al-Khudri, it says, isn't the witness of a woman equal to half that of a man? The woman said, yes. He said, this is because of the deficiency of a woman's mind. This passage depicts women as intellectually inferior to men, which contributes to systemic gender inequality and reinforces stereotypes harmful to women's rights and status in society. Number 4, permitting wife. As narrated by Umar, the Prophet said, a man will not be asked as to why he beat his wife. You see, this hadith has been seen as enabling or condoning domestic violence, which in modern societies is viewed as a serious human rights violation. It can promote harmful justifications for abuse, especially in marital relationships. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Was it ever okay to beat a wife at any point in human history? Number 5. It teaches that hell is predominantly populated by women. The passage, as narrated by Ibn Umar, the Prophet said, I was shown the hellfire and that the majority of its dwellers are women. The problem with this is that it teaches and suggests that women are inherently more sinful, which has been used to justify various forms of discrimination and bias against women, painting a negative image of women. Number 6. Stoning for adultery. The passage narrated by Ibn Abbas, the Prophet said, if a married person commits illegal sexual intercourse, they should be stoned to death. Now contrast that with what Jesus did when they brought to him a woman caught in the act of adultery. What did he do? He said, he who is without sin cast the first stone. Number 7, the disparagement of dogs. As narrated by Abu Huraira, the Prophet said, angels do not enter a house in which there is a dog. This hadith has led to negative attitudes towards dogs in some Muslim communities, with dogs often seen as impure animals. This can lead to neglect and mistreatment of animals that are widely beloved and valued for their companionship in other cultures. Number 8, views on black people. As narrated by Anas bin Malik, the Prophet said, listen and obey, even if a Abyssinian slave whose head is like a raisin is made your ruler. The mention of a raisin-like head is viewed as racially insensitive and has been criticized for reinforcing racial stereotypes, particularly in the portrayal of Africans or people with darker skin. Number 9. The Prophet said, if you find anyone doing as Lot's people did, kill the one who does it, and the one to whom it is done. What do you think? Can anyone think of any country that would still believe this? If so, leave it in the comments below. Number 10. Punishing the one who drinks alcohol. The Prophet said, if they drink wine, flog them. This hadith calls for physical punishment for consuming alcohol. While moderation and restraint may be encouraged in many societies, corporal punishment for drinking is seen as excessive and raises ethical concerns about bodily autonomy and humane treatment. There you have it, just 10 shocking hadiths, the sayings and actions attributed to the Prophet Muhammad. Let me know what you think about these 10 hadiths in the comments below, and stay tuned for part 2.